We are back to having a lot of yummy berries. So now I'm going to show you, this was actually my grandmother's recipe, and she was very specific. It's going to go a little differently than you're used to. She grew blueberries. My fondest memory is summertime. Grandma would put all of the blueberries in the freezer. She'd put them into a bowl for breakfast. She would pour half and half over it and a little sprinkling of sugar, and that was my breakfast. I mean, to this day, I crave that. So blueberries just remind me of my grandmother. So we're gonna make a blueberry lemon loaf that has a streusel topping. So simple to make, but I'm gonna trick you here a little bit. We're not gonna do it the normal method. This is how my grandmother did it. So she was very specific in her recipe. Karen, do not do the wet ingredients first. So I'm gonna follow Grandma's rules. First thing I'm starting with is a cup of granulated sugar. And I've got 2 tablespoons in here of lemon zest. So what we're doing is by mixing this together, we're kind of aggravating the outside of that zest, releasing some of the oils into that sugar. So we're actually flavoring the sugar right now by doing that. So Grandma was very specific. Now I'm gonna add a bowl. I've got flour, baking powder, and the salt. I know, Grandma's like, I was like, she told me to do it this way, so I'm gonna do it this way. So normally we would cream our butter. So I'm mixing this all together. I actually think the method to this madness is that Grandma is actually flavoring this recipe. The lemon zest is now flavoring. Those oils are getting into the flour, adding to a really complex lemon flavor. Now I'm gonna put in 3 cups of butter. It's not melted. It has to be room softened. So if your house is cold, it's not probably gonna be soft enough. So go ahead and put that into the microwave for about 10 seconds so it's really, really soft, almost right before it's gonna melt, which is what I did right here. So we're mixing this all together. Now I'm going to add in 3 eggs and a 1/4 cup of milk. I know, this is the craziest recipe, but this is how she told me to do it, and I've never complained. So we're mixing this all together. Okay, it's done, guys. You don't want to over-mix it. I'm gonna put in a teaspoon of vanilla. I do a vanilla paste because it's my fave. I don't think Grandma even knew about vanilla paste, to be honest. And then I'm gonna add in 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Again, adding more of that yummy lemon flavor to our batter. So here we go. Okay, that's mixed in. We're good to go. I always lift it up a little bit. Don't lift it up too high. It kind of cleans your beaters. Little trick. I'm not going to teach Carl that one because that's a disaster waiting to happen. So remember our trick with our blueberries. I've put in about a tablespoon of flour into these. I'm stirring them up. They're nice and clean. And then I'm going to fold this. You don't want to do it with the mixing blades on because you'll literally grind up all of the blueberries. I did that once when Grandma was teaching me this when I was young. She was like, no, Karen Elizabeth. If I get called Karen Elizabeth, you knew I was not doing it right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna add it into a baking pan that has been sprayed and prepared. Our crumble is just melted butter with flour and granulated sugar. We're gonna put that all over the top. We're gonna bake it for 1 hour. It's gonna come out like this. And then the best part, we're gonna put a lemon glaze over the top. Super simple, power-packed, delicious blueberry recipe. Compliments of my grandma to y'all. Hope you enjoy and really enjoy blueberry season. Can't wait.
Just think